Hola, buenos días, buenas noches. It's the Patreon video. Soy Nico. So today we're here to talk about Puerto Vallarta as a destination place and also my experience there. So as a gay destination, Puerto Vallarta is like the gay city of Mexico, as in like every gay flocks there, but it is majority white, gay central. So when you are going to the bars and clubs, you will hear the Oonts Oonts top 40 remixes. And it was okay, but I managed to find the black bar. Nico, that's all. I'm always gonna go somewhere I can shake my ass. So I go there, and I met this beautiful fine man, this beautiful tall dark skinned man, and he had like I don't think they were locks. He had I think they were either braids or locks. They were just like running down the side of his head. I was just like, I want that one because he was staring at me while I was talking to my friends. So I went up to him. I made small talk for like 2 minutes, and boom, I started kissing him because he was in a crop top and some white shorts. He was sexy. He was sexy. And I managed to find the only melanin in Puerto Vallarta. Nico, why do you say that? Tons of white gay people. But I found him. We did our thing, and then he was like, come with me. And we kind of ran away to a private place, a hidden place, in the words of Bjork. And we did things in a room where there were no others. Not full on things because I'm not like classless, but we did some heavy petting and stuff like that. Point is, after that, we swapped Instagrams. I'm like, ooh, he fine. He gonna be my vacation bae. Has a nigga. Nico, I did not know that until afterwards, and I was like, you know what? It's cool. I'm a deadhead. That's not my business. And I moved on about the night. We continued to hop from place to place, and we eventually went to a strip club. I don't think it was Paco's. I think Paco's was like the bar next to it. We went to the strip club and a dancer started dancing on me. As an ex-stripper, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give back. I'm going to give you some money. I give him some money and he keep dancing on me. Suddenly he's gone and so is my wallet. I'm just sitting here like, bitch, I'm not new to the fucking game. So I went up to the next employee and I said, bitch, where's my wallet? And all of a sudden my wallet appeared on the floor with everything inside of it except my pesos. I'm just sitting here like, okay, well, where's the dancer? Gone, hiding somewhere. I cannot stand Mexico. After that, the night was ruined. We left and we continued to bar hop. So after that, in short, watch your wallet. Dancers will steal your wallet in Mexico because the dark-skinned man that I had made out with, he had actually texted me on Instagram and said, yeah, we were at the strip club, but my friend lost his wallet. I'm like, no, girl, he'd not lose his wallet. They got you. They getting everybody that walk up in there. So we moved to the next spot and it's really chill, really cool. The next day rolls around. We're at the beach, and that's where I took the pictures in the green mint colored Speedo with the clasps. And I actually ran into a lot of people that were like, Nika's Aesthetics, I follow you, or Nika's Aesthetics, I like your videos, Nika's Aesthetics. So apparently I am noticeable. In my mind, I'm still a complete nobody. I'm not on celebrity status, but I do have visibility, apparently, because people come up to me in New York, people come up to me in LA, people come up to me in Puerto Vallarta when I'm out the country. At this point, I had to be very hesitant of what I do because apparently people are watching. So as the day rolls on, we had a cute day at the beach. We go out that night, and I met this beautiful French Canadian man, dark skin, really, really pretty in the face. Like, have you ever heard, like, that's the thing, that brown skin girl song by Beyonce perfectly describes him. Like, his skin was like the prettiest shade of dark brown, and he had the like a slim figure but a perky little booty. It was so cute. And actually we started talking because he was like, okay, well, if anything, we could do some things, but I'm gonna see you on Saturday, so I don't really want to do too much. I'm like, that's perfectly understandable. I respect your boundaries. And Saturday rolled around, and I messaged him, are you out? And he was like, yeah, I'm just standing here by myself. My friend is with his boyfriend. So I came up to him and we hung up all night. I bought us drinks. I could not take my hands off of this man. We were kissing, just kissing. So there's a part I forgot to tell you about where basically me and the French Canadian dude, we were getting our stuff on. We was enjoying ourselves and we had snuck away to a stall. And we were acting up, and I know this is classless, but I look up in the stall and there's this like viejito looking at me from above. Nico, what is that? A little old man staring down at us. And we stop because my pee-pee was out. So I look up and I stare at him until he leaves, and we get started again. And then I see him come back and I stare at him and I had to keep staring at him until he left. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? I don't normally do this kind of thing. And this is exactly why. So we're just going to take it somewhere else. So we stopped doing all that and we just went back to innocently kissing all night. And I remember at the end of the night, after like 5 rounds of drinks, we're kissing, holding hands, like being extremely romantic, sloppily romantic because we were drunk. And we stood outside of his hotel room just staring deeply into each other's eyes and kissing. And it's just like something so intimate and passionate. I swapped WhatsApp with him, like his number. We've been texting. We have a lot in common, like anime, nerdy stuff, destinations that we want to visit, things that we want to do in life. And he's just like the sweetest guy. And and that's the thing. It happens every time I leave my city. Nico, people in my city don't actually date that much. They don't really want to date me. But anytime I leave the country, anytime I leave my city, I find an amazing guy that wants to be with me. And they live thousands of miles away. So that's something that personally irks me because at this point, this man lives in Canada. What am I gonna do? But yeah. Beyond that, beautiful dark-skinned man, Nico, I managed to find melanin in the city that is covered with white gays. And that's the thing, when it comes to that area, I didn't feel invisible. I felt like people did see me, but they were more focused on my lighter skinned friend. So as someone who doesn't necessarily go after white men, I don't usually go after many people, but it's rare that I actually go after a white guy just because of my experience with racism and microaggressions in the past. It didn't really bother me, especially because I got play from black men. And, you know, that's my bread and butter, you know? But overall, I would say that it's a very welcoming space, even if you aren't seen as a romantic option as a black person there, because a lot of people are more focused on white men. You will have fun. It is a very safe space, especially if you go with a group of friends. If anything, I would say you need to watch out for the strip clubs because they will jack you. The taxis, they are safe for the most part. I used Uber, but the taxis that we did end up riding in, it wasn't an issue, except when my friend vomited across the window. Nico, yeah, and the guy was like, I need $100. I'm like, in pesos? He's like, in American. And I looked at him and said, there ain't no fucking way you getting $100 for a window, because my friend vomited outside the car, just got on the window. Luckily, my other friend who spoke, because I speak Spanish, I'm usually the translator when I'm traveling. There are certain words that I do not know because I've never had to bring them up in conversation. So I had met somebody down there who does speak fluent Spanish, and he was with us at the time. And luckily, he managed to say, okay, we'll just give you some pesos and you can go. But overall, I would say as a destination place, Puerto Vallarta is beautiful. You may feel invisible if you're going there for the sole purpose to hook up with people, if you are of a darker complexion. Also, if you go down there, expect every man that you talk to have a boyfriend, but that doesn't mean they're not down to do stuff. Nico, I remember not my proudest moment, I had met this dude, a really beautiful guy, Middle Eastern, very perky butt. My friend was hollering at this one dude, and I was hollering at him because they were friends. And eventually, we were like getting close to like the makeout point. He was like, come upstairs with me. And when we get upstairs, I'm eating his ass. You know, he has like a blue thong on. It was really sexy. And then he was like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, so I didn't want to make out with you on the dance floor. And like my brain short-circuited because after we went back downstairs, after a few more minutes of talking, his boyfriend came up and introduced himself. I'm just sitting here like, there's too much happening. And then I met another guy who I ran up to him because he looked exactly like Tiger Tyson. Nico, if you know me, you know I have an obsession with Tiger Tyson. So I hit on him. I'm like, hey, are you single? No. And I went, okay, well, are you open? And he was like, yeah. And then I got his information. He has a white boyfriend. He was making out with people in front of the boyfriend, and it was so awkward because the boyfriend was visibly not happy with it, but they're quote unquote open. It was just a lot. Just know that if you go to Puerto Vallarta and you try to hit on somebody, odds are they have a man and they are in the vicinity. But overall, it is a very enjoyable place. The food is fresh, the liquor is really good and cheap. Like the tequila down there is dirt cheap. It's a really fun place, really easy to Uber around, especially if you stay in the gay area. So I would definitely suggest it. Tons of booties. If you're looking for melanin booties like me, you will have to work harder for it, and then you'll have to jump through that extra hurdle if they are also there for white people. But if they are not, if you see somebody in a group with a black friends, holler at them. Baby, the dark skinned men was out and they was looking good, like they got a fresh tan. It was wonderful. But yes, definitely check it out. And I hope this helped with your international travel.